Next up is one of my favorites, Acer circinatum Pacific Fire.
So what do you like about it?
Well, for one, it's native, which I think is really special. My wife works in conservation, so anytime I can get my hands on a native tree, I have to jump on it. Beyond that, I'm a big fan of the full moon leaf shape, which this has, and I mean, the coral bark that it develops is just something special.
So during the Lewis and Clark expedition, I know you're a history guy, they actually put Lewis and Clark and Persh to go out and explore this new purchase. And when they went out there, that was the first time that Europeans, Western civilization, had ran across Acer circinatum. And they're going through there in Oregon and Washington along the river, and they see this maple growing on the banks. And that's where, you know, this Acer circinatum leaf sort of shows up. And oddly enough, it looks a lot like what they call the oak leaf rank in the military. And it doesn't look like an oak leaf at all.
No.
But it actually looks more like an Acer circinatum leaf, which is a vine maple that people really aren't as familiar with. But cool thing about this selection is it has coral bark to it. And so it gives you that winter interest. It's such an amazing tree. It's likely a hybrid with a circinatum and a coral bark Japanese maple.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. It's got these lighter green leaves that get a malting red color through the summer. In the fall, it'll develop more into yellows with hints of orange and red on top of it.
Yeah, and then during those winter months, you get this bright orange-red on the bark. And when you see a big Acer circinatum Pacific Fire out in the landscape, it draws you in. Some of the coral bark selections like Sangukaku typically have coral bark on the new growth. The interesting thing is on Acer circinatum Pacific Fire, the older growth often also has some of that red color to it. So you can see a specimen that just has this unique winter interest all the way down to the base.
About 12 feet and 15 years. It's a pretty standard sized tree. And like I said, we're trying to give you guys some trees that offer a year-round interest to you. And this is definitely one of them.